This week in Annie, I'm Not Your Daddy. That's my singing voice. It's a good one, isn't it? Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a very fun word to say. Onomatopoeia, 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 onomatopoeia. It's so vowely and it's just like a rich soup in the mouth. It is, however, deeply difficult to spell. The correct spelling, of course, is one that I'm going to have to refer to the script to because it is deeply difficult to spell, as before mentioned. So the correct spelling is Onomatopoeia, which is so many vowels, way too many vowels. I did just now say that it was quite a lot of vowels and that was quite fun to say, but spelling it is not fun. I would suggest to you that that's because this word is Greek in origin, and of course that means that it was translated from the Greek alphabet into the Latin or English alphabet. That's likely why there are so many vowels. So what the bloody is an onomatopoeia? Well, onomatopoeia is, we'll go into the etymology a little bit later, but an onomatopoeia is a word that describes a sound. It describes it phonetically. Examples are bang, cough, clatter, crash, toot, whiz. Bang, I've already said bang. Zoom, that's one as well. An easy way to remember this word is why are you asking me? I just remember it or something. Say it a few times. In fact, that's today's challenge. If you can drop the word onomatopoeia into, hopefully, I would, the top points go to people who manage to drop this into a professional conversation at your work, then that would bring me a lot of joy. What would bring me further joy is if you saw a dog and you went bork, bork, and then you exclaim, "Oh, how onomatopoeic I am, and look pleased as a pint of Guinness," and then just carry on with your day. Don't say anything else, just be very pleased about that. Don't let anybody question it, just get on with your life. If you could do that, that would bring me an immense amount of joy. Immense! Some words are just kind of onomatopoeic on themselves, aren't they? I mean, when you say immense, you feel like you should go, immense! Right, so the etymology of onomatopoeia is, of course, Greek. I've already mentioned that, but it shouldn't really be a surprise as to anyone who watches these videos regularly. Hi, Mum. Then you'll know that most words that I explore tend to come from either Latin or Greek. It can be broken down into two parts, the first part being onoma, meaning name, and pious or pous or peon, a word which I don't really know how to say. I mean, I'm assuming that it sounds the same as the onomatopoeia bit, the pia bit, but it has so many vowels in it I don't know what to say. So if you're Greek or you speak Greek and you know how to say that, then congratulations. Either way, that second part means make or to make or I make. So the word literally means name to make. So it basically refers to the process that you go through when you hear a sound, you imitate it in a word. So bang or crash, and there you are. You've done a word. Well done. Interestingly, onomatopoeia is a specifically English phrase. If you were Greek, you would say echomimetic, i.e. sound imitation, which is almost as fun to say, quite a bit easier to spell, and very exact, which I like. I like that a lot. It's likely that onomatopoeias or echomimetics are some of the oldest words, if not the oldest words. You see, all human beings are wired for language. It's something that we have over and above every other species on this planet. The beginning of that wiring is seeing something or listening to something or hearing something and then imitating that in speech, which sort of makes echomimetics and onomatopoeias living fossils in our everyday language. Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. The interesting thing about that is that onomatopoeias and echomimetics have actually changed over the years. So some words have stayed the same, but other words have changed. They also vary culturally. So I recommend that you search the internet for the echomimetics, the onomatopoeias, for the word bark in different cultures, or the word quack, or the word meow in different cultures. You'll find that actually they're quite different, and some of them you think, but that animal doesn't make that noise. How have they come to that? It is completely confusing, and very entertaining. Of course, that means that if you are a native speaker of those other languages and you're watching this video and wondering what the hell is this guy saying, in fact, you're probably not watching it anymore. You probably will never watch this anyway. But if you are, say, I don't know, a Chinese speaker and a Mandarin speaker specifically, and your word for quack is completely different to the English one, then you're probably going to hear the word quack and go, that's completely mad and also amusing. Which points towards all sorts of complicated arguments about perception and language. Of course, that leads us on to another point. What are words which describe other sensory perceptions? You see, words like tick-tock might be an onomatopoeia or echomimetic to describe a clock or the sound a clock makes, but it actually describes also the sound of time passing. So we might say it might be used in a story or in a poem to describe the sound of time passing. Though all of those words are in the right order, yes. The word bling is another interesting example. It might refer to the glinting of light on jewellery, which some people like to wear. These words, of course, do have a name for them. We can all call these words idiophones. So there is a specific word for all sorts of different sensory experiences. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, I think that's probably quite enough information for today. I imagine you're quite full. If you're not full and you have a bit more of a appetite for information, you might have noticed that just now I used the word idiophone, which is related to the word idiot, which is related to the word idiomatic, which is anyway, I did a video on the word idiot. It involves me. You can find it right here. And if you'd like to listen to a story, one of the stories that I've written in the past, it's not very humorous, but it's kind of heartbreaking, but I'd like it to get 100 views, and you can find it here. If you'd like to do a subscribe, just click on my face. Anyway, have a lovely day or something. It's been grey for about 3 months. I would like some sunshine. Bye!